That's when I remember who I am. I'm a black king, crown a little cracked up. Need a little trap queen, need to get my racks up. Wanna be on flat screens, don't wanna be passed up. Chasing this rap dream, please don't wake me back up. I backed up for a better view and bigger pictures. Focus on the future, I can sense the bigger ventures. My foresight, 2020 tunnel vision. Hindsight in the past, I pay little attention. My locks swaying as I'm walking to my goal. That's part of my crown, it symbolizes growth.
What is up, guys? This is Chandler the Hammer Cole here with the TeamCole show, and I've been wanting to do this, but this is actually the first episode, even though I was trying to wait for my sign to come in, but couldn't wait. There was a great weekend of fights, so I figured that we would talk about them. So let's see, what we're going to start talking with first. Okay, so there's a huge lineup of things I really want to talk about. First off, the Donald Cerrone situation, Chaos Williams and Randy Brown getting moved to the main card, Daniel Cormier getting inducted to the Hall of Fame, Michael Chandler versus Tony Ferguson, Rose Namajunas and Carla Esparza, and Charles Oliveira and Justin Gaethje. So first things first, Donald Cerrone. So I don't know if it's a rumor or if it's legit, but I heard that he got food poisoning. Which really sucks because I was looking forward to him fight. I watched his pre-fight interview, and he seemed like he was hungry. He said that he wanted to fight and said that he was really excited to get back in there. Got real emotional at the press conference. So I don't know. I really wish that we would have got to see him fight, but hopefully he gets better and he comes back and he can fight Lozon because that man's an animal too. Whatever was wrong with him, if that's not the truth, whatever is wrong with you, Cowboy, we hope you get better. Then let's move to Chaos Williams versus Randy Brown, which got moved to the main card, and honestly did not disappoint. You know, the fans were booing, but it didn't make much sense. I don't understand because it was a really good fight. I think Brown was in trouble round 1, if I ain't mistaken, and came back, and I'm pretty sure he won rounds 2 and 3. Super cool fight. I enjoyed it. And, kudos to both those guys. They fought their tails off. So, super good fight. And I'm excited to see the rest of Randy Brown's career because I'm a huge Chaos Williams fan. So, I'm going to be keeping up with Randy Brown now and just seeing where he goes from here. Next, we have Daniel Cormier getting inducted into the UFC Hall of Fame. And if there was any guy that deserved it, he deserves it more than anybody. He is definitely, he is what a modeled champion should look like. Phenomenal athlete, phenomenal career, phenomenal wrestling career as well. You know, what he does for the community and what he does for those kids in California as far as like coaching and stuff. I mean, he just, the man does, I'm sure he does wrong, but he leads by example. Great role model. And I'm very fortunate to kind of have the build as Daniel Cormier. A lot of people have always compared us, but honestly, don't compare us. That man is a lot farther than I am right now. So I take it as an honor that people say that, but yeah, he's an animal. And what he did in his career, you know, his losses came to John Jones and Stipe Miocic. So no hate toward him. I mean, those are two of the best fighters of all time. So I can't even say anything bad about that man. And congratulations for being inducted into the UFC Hall of Fame. Next, we have Michael Chandler versus Tony Ferguson. And by the way, all my picks, they were right. So I did a pick with Tony Johnson, Jorgen De Castro, Caitlin Neal, and Jimmy Neely. And mine was perfect. So this week I am the king of the picks. But that fight was awesome, man. Come out, real strong start for Tony Ferguson in the beginning. Really had Michael Chandler in trouble. Was putting his hands on him. He was kind of stunning Michael, and I knew that he had to take him down to win the fight, and that's exactly what he did. He took him down midway through the first round, landed some good ground and pound, but Tony was landing from the bottom, and I think when they came out, you know, they circled a little bit, and just out of nowhere, that front kick, it looked disgusting. I really thought that Tony Ferguson was hurt. I was really concerned. We've seen a lot of front kicks over the years. Anderson Silva having a really good one against Vitor Belfort. My boy Chito Vera, shout out to him and all he's doing in his career. But he had a really nice one against, oh my God, who is it? Used to be lightweight champ. Frankie Edgar. Had a really good front kick against Frankie Edgar. And, the one that Michael Chandler put on Tony Ferguson was by far the nastiest that I'd ever seen. I really thought that he was extremely hurt. And they said that he got a CT scan and it came back and everything was good. So that's best case scenario. Just heal up and figure out what exactly you want to do. This sport is ruthless, and no man should ever tell a man to retire. So if he wants to fight, then let him. But got a lot of thinking to do. Exactly where do you go to? Do you keep fighting these top dogs, or what do you do? I don't have the answers. I've never been there, so I'm not going to give my advice. Just I'm excited to see what happens next. But as far as the picks went, I definitely picked Michael Chandler. Just for the simple fact, Charles Oliveira beat Tony Ferguson, and he beat him by decision. And it was a good 3-round fight. And I was watching Charles Oliveira versus Michael Chandler. And yes, he did get finished. But Tony got dominated the entire fight against Charles Oliveira. Michael Chandler did not. So when it comes to who I was going to pick, anyone can get knocked out. So it was really an easy pick for me, just because the dominance that happened throughout the Oliveira fight between the two. And didn't disappoint. It was good. Knockout was crazy. But, I really hope nothing happens further. I hope this is the last trip to the hospital and they don't find anything wrong with Tony Ferguson, because he's a legend. He's definitely a legend. Next on the card was Rose Namajunas. Thug Rose. Okay. Namajunas. That's what it is. Rose Namajunas. Versus Carla Esparza. And, a lot of people were booing. And Rose actually in the post-fight interview said that she thought that she won. And kind of said that Carla didn't do nothing. The fans were booing Carla. But I definitely disagree. Nothing but love for Rose. She's actually my favorite female fighter. But what I seen was a Carla Esparza, who's a wrestler, do exactly what she does. She sits back, and if she does shoot, she throws some knees, short shots. The fight was super slow, but it was also because a very aggressive Rose didn't attack, kind of just kept her space. And it was a game plan, and I could see it working, but it just didn't work in this instance. And I'm tickled to death that Carla picked up the win. She's a champion leading into her wedding, which is in a week, and no bruises. I mean, she's going to look great. So congratulations to her and her fiance. Best wishes from here on out. And literally, so happy for you, Carla. You're a hard worker. I've been at Team Oyama to see you work, and I know Colin is tickled to death. That's another championship brought home to that great gym. And there's only great fighters out of there. I'm excited to see what Alex Perez does this summer. But yeah, you did your thing, and I thought, it was close, but I thought that Carla won. She did what she was supposed to do. She's waiting on Rose to come forward so she could take her down. She had a couple attempts. Rose really didn't do much, and the damage, you look at Carla's face, look at Rose's face, and there was just a little bit more. I know people are going to have their opinions, but I think Carla definitely won. And this leads to the main event, Charles Oliveira versus Justin Gaethje, which was probably the most exciting 4 minutes of a fight I've ever seen in my life. These guys came out, and from the first strike was throwing heat. I mean, they were trying to rip each other's heads off, and definitely did not disappoint. And I knew Charles Oliveira yesterday. I didn't know how him missing weight was going to affect him. I knew that he was real emotional. He kept saying, the champion has a name, the champion has a name. And, he kept saying it's Charles Oliveira. But missed weight by 0.5. I don't know what the issue there is, but hopefully he gets back and fights for that title and gets it back. I mean, he's a great champion, great fighter. 0.5 doesn't make you so dominant that you just run through people. If someone smacks your wife's butt in Walmart, you're not just going to be like, oh, no, step on a scale, weigh yourself before I fight you. No, that's not how life works. So 0.5 doesn't really make a difference. Charles Oliveira's made weight before, and he's a stud. So kudos to him. And way to make things right as far as winning the fight. If he'd have lost after all this, there would have been a lot of hate. But he made things right. So kudos to him. Super pumped to see what's next for him. And we are really looking at a superstar, because Justin Gaethje's awesome. And they came out and they threw hands. He dropped Charles, stood back up. He rocked Gaethje. He dropped Charles again. Charles went to his back, tried to pull guard. That didn't work. And then the last shot that he landed on Gaethje was devastating. And instead of jumping down and doing ground and pound, he worked his jiu-jitsu, did what he's supposed to do, and came away with the win. So what should have been a title retainment, is just a number one contender spot now. And no doubt about it, whoever he fights next has their hands full. And rightfully so. Dude's an amazing athlete. We're seeing one of the greatest, in my opinion, one of the greatest well-rounded fighters that we have seen. I mean, he has hands. He has jiu-jitsu. I mean, dude's a freak. And in 155, which is arguably the toughest weight class that there is. So, super stoked to see what all he does in his future. And just a great night of fights overall. I really hope Cerrone is okay. Let's see. I really hope Tony Ferguson's okay as well. Carla, shout out to you. Gaethje, you'll be back stronger than ever. No doubt about it. So, guys, that is the first episode of the TeamCole show. Just a little fight recap, and it's the one of many. I plan on doing a lot of these, and I'm excited to do them. I got me my camera that I bought with my PFL money, so tickled for that. Got a decent mic. Definitely going to upgrade everything, but I got the spot, and I just want to talk. I like talking, so why not? Why not reach out to people, put my content out there, and hopefully, it takes off, and I could do this a lot more on top of training and just doing what I do, guys. And if you haven't yet, check out the new season of The Ultimate Fighter, Season 30. Heavyweights are on there. Let's go. Your boy Chandler the Hammer Cole is one of the heavyweights, and I promise not to disappoint. So go on there and get your subscription to ESPN Plus, and let's go. Let's follow the journey. And this season's one you don't want to miss. Definitely do not want to miss it. So if you don't have ESPN Plus, go subscribe and check it out, guys. And that's it for me. So I'll catch you guys later. And make sure that you subscribe, like, share, subscribe, comment, whatever you want to do. And I'll be able to read that stuff and interact with you guys. So definitely comment what you guys want to talk about, what you want to hear, and I'll get it up and loaded and post it on here. So love you guys, and we are TeamCole.
As I'm walking to my goal, that's part of my crown. It symbolizes growth. I made my mistakes. I'm minimizing those. I hope people listen, don't just memorize some quotes. We came a long way from slave ships. Whoa, took a foreign land that we made.